Welcome back to Outer Wilds, the long-awaited sequel to Inner Wilds, which I'm sure was great. I didn't actually play it. I think it was on the Magnavox in television. First things first, let's put on the suit. And let's go check the iPad over here. What you got from the iPad? Loading all kinds of stuff onto the map here. Oh, just all kinds of stuff. Ooh. Got a big square. Ooh, 2 big squares. Alright, what do we get? What do we get? So, learned a little something about the anglerfish fossil, which I can't reach just yet. The Sunless City. There is more to explore there, and we have found a backdoor hole next to the gravity cannon. We've learned a little about Sun Station in order to power something called the Ash Twin Project. What did we get over here? Oh, right, I was checking out this construction yard. There's more to explore here because we burned to death for some reason. And then there's the orbital probe cannon itself. It's in orbit around Giants Deep. We could check that out. Down here, subsurface energy readings in the interloper, because now we know how to get down into the middle of the interloper. We finished checking out the frozen Nomai shuttle. We had to call it back to Ember Twin. And we've recalled the shuttle to Ember Twin from the interloper using their gravity cannon's warp technology. So we've got, it looks like 5 different webs of exploration to check out. So that's pretty fun. Let's ignore all of those things and go somewhere we haven't gone yet. Lift off. Yeah, let's just go to a place that we've never been to yet. That's right. We're going to fly out to Brittle Hollow. This is another just perfectly valid avenue of discovery in this game. Like, if you're overwhelmed with all of the information that you've got, you don't know how anything correlates, you don't know what to do, go somewhere you've never been. Obviously, that doesn't work forever, because eventually you will have been everywhere interesting, or at least everywhere interesting that's easy enough to reach. So yeah, let's just go into landing mode here and see if we can... You know what? This is an interesting looking structure right here. Happy to land right next to whatever this is. Oh, look. There's a big... Yeah, it's a big laser shooting up. It's one of those beacons. Here, let's not crash. We crashed. You know what? I'm happy to crash. No problem. Anything you walk away from is, I broke my legs. I wasn't using those legs anyway. We're fine. We don't need them. I am gonna take my medicine real quick, having just broke my legs. There we go. Legs are fine. Legs are fine. Okay, here we are on a new planet, Brittle Hollow. I just love jumping back into the gravity well of my ship. Yeah, here we go. Unidentified signal. That's going to be the distress beacon, right? So this must be the other escape pod that got away. Once we get up there. Gravity here is not as crushing as on Giants Deep. Ah, the escape pod is here. That just means that... Oh, look at this. We got meteor rain. Oh, right. Yeah, we're getting bombarded by the volcanic moon forever and ever and ever. Yeah, we've actually got decent gravity on this planet, so we can make better use of our... Is everyone unharmed? No one was badly injured from the escape pod's impact. Yeah, we've got the second escape pod here. Have we heard from escape pod 2 or 3? So this is escape pod number 1. And they haven't made contact with the other 2 escape pods. You can still hear their distress signals. They must be intact out there somewhere. We found one. There's another one out there in the solar system somewhere. So this is a second group of Nomai, completely separate from the first group who we became a little familiar with back in the Sunless City. And Whereas on the surface of Ember Twin, the Nomai were just inhospitably close to the sun. On Brittle Hollow, they are being bombarded with the volcanic moon, dropping ash and debris on their heads. This planet doesn't appear eager to have guests. We're unwelcome on its surface, so once again, we need to get down into the bowels of the planet. Promising sites below the surface, we need to construct a way for everyone to climb down the cliff. Perhaps we can build platforms. Well, let's check out the escape pod here. Seems to be in remarkably good condition for having crashed some number, thousands and thousands of years ago. If we make our way down here, this should give us some information about the pod itself. Escape pod 1, vessel's been injured. Okay. So they launched 3, then 2, then 1. And I think 3 was the one we found on Ember Twin. And yeah, they crash-landed here, just like they crash-landed previously. However, the verdict here is hospitable, so they had some hope. At least. Let's blow away their escape pod door here. In Ember Twin, the door was already... Is this the escape pod hatch? Is that what this says? Yeah, emergency escape hatch. The one on Ember Twin had already been dropped, but not this one. Oh, well. That's a... nope, it's fine. Well, I mean... There is a black hole in the middle of Brittle Hollow. Can I slingshot around it? Yeah. Oh, I missed the... Okay, nope. Are we going around again? No, we're going into the black hole, aren't we? If I can... The vertigo is real. Oh, we've crashed into some structure on the inside of the planet. Get into the... Well, that's it. We've fallen into a black hole, and now we're drifting out in space. Whoa! There is a weird refraction happening. Oh, okay. We've come out of the white hole here. We are way on the outskirts of the solar system now. If you look where Brittle Hollow and our ship traveling around, well, we're just adrift in space. But there is this structure here, which seems promising. Let's head towards whatever this is. I want to make sure I match velocity every so often. It's really easy to get too much speed on a vector that you're not totally familiar with and end up crashing into something you're trying to put your feet on, right? Okay. So we've got oxygen in here. And we've got gravity floor. That's good to know. There's an Ember Twin projection stone. Oh, we've got some writing. That's useful. Poke. Oh, okay. So this is actually useful information to us, because Poke, we know, is one of the Nomai who were exploring the Interloper. And Poke's name did not appear in either of the two crashed escape pods, because Poke is a second-generation Nomai. Poke was born and lived her whole life here in this solar system. So Poke built this white hole station, or at least was the welcoming party for it. We're not the first to fall in the black hole by accident, and I honestly didn't intend to. I wanted to do some exploration in Brittle Hollow before jumping in the black hole, but... the warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. A tower's warp can only be used during the brief window when a tower is aligned with its corresponding astral body, in this case, Brittle Hollow. If you look up at the station is rotating, you can see the alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. You must be standing on the warp platform on the floor during the alignment to be warped. Okay, well that's going to be pretty helpful, I should think. We have Ember Twin projection stone here. Where can I put this? Is there anywhere to put it here? I can drop it. Usually there's a little machine to put the projection stone. Maybe I'm meant to take it back with me. Where does this doesn't go anywhere useful, right? This just sets me adrift again? Yeah. Okay, so the way the warp technology works, there's not really anything else to do here in the white hole station. And you can see they have this a friendly little indicator on screen here showing the white hole station as it's rotating. Oh, it's not rotating though. I need to get it going. We need to fire it up. Oh, we go downstairs. Here we go. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. I should be able to drop this projection stone into the device. It's pretty dark in here. Okay, well, we've got the station spinning now, so that's excellent. Plenty of oxygen in here. Let's go back up. Yeah, now the station is spinning, and when the little arrow on the station points at Brittle Hollow, we should actually see Brittle Hollow come into view above us. Oh, there's the interloper. So if there was one of these devices built on the surface of the interloper, we could have warped there. But yeah, we're coming around now. There's our ship. That must be Brittle Hollow, directly above us. Whoop! There we go. Cool. Oh, this is the glowy thing that we had seen on the surface of Ember Twin. So there must be a warp platform there on Ember Twin as well. Departure time 434-55406. Arrival time 434-55405. We arrived 1/10,000th of a second before we left. That's probably fine. And we can go back the way we came, because it's nice and charged now, if we did want to go back to White Hole Station. But you know what? I don't. At least not at the moment. Oh, what have we here? Refuel my jetpack. Feldspar's spare jetpack fuel. Ah, well, I'm glad to find this. Excellent. So yeah, we get a nice refill, just in case you fall into the black hole. As you do. And some ruins here. What is... I'm not sure what's below me. I don't want to be carrying this thing around. The Hanging City is below us. 50 meters down that hole, which is blocked up. So we are not getting into the Hanging City that way. Oh, there's an exit path, presumably from the Hanging City. Here's a dead Nomai. That's too bad. Yeah, we've got some more writing up here. Usually there's somewhere to plug a projection stone in, like right near where you find it. Ah, Nomai artwork. I think this is depicting a Nomai using this warp technology. Just because of the symbology of the black hole and the white hole here. To our friends on Brittle Hollow, I just warped here from the White Hole Station. Clary was one of the team from the Ember Twin, if I'm not mistaken. We've successfully recreated warp travel. So they had warp travel, but when they crashed here in their vessel, they lost it and had to rediscover it, which is nice. I don't know how close it is to Enona's original design. Enona was the leader of the expedition who crash-landed on Ember Twin. So I guess at this point, Enona is long dead, and the second-generation Nomai are rediscovering lost technology. Have you seen these recordings? If they're accurate, they violate causality. There must be equipment error somewhere. I'm returning to White Hole Station. If you and Root meet me there, we'll run a full diagnostic and hopefully locate the problem. Don't tell Cassava that there's a problem with the station. It's been a long time since I've jumped through a black hole. I do recommend it. Ah, here we go. This is where we can drop a projection stone. Yeah, we were meant to get that projection stone and bring it back here to plug into these devices. Just checking to see if there's any scrolls over here. I like this staff quite a bit. It's pretty cool. Been sitting there for thousands of years. Is there a projection? There's not a projection stone in this room. Okay, so yeah, we were meant to bring this back from White Hole Station. Raimi and I reviewed the records you sent. They appear to show Nomai are arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow slightly before departing from the White Hole Station. About 1/10,000th of a second, if I saw correctly. I understand it's odd, but we've tested and retested the equipment, and the result is the same every time someone warps. 100,000th of a second. Sorry, I was off by an order of magnitude. Do you suppose our instruments just can't measure time to such a small degree? The measurements can't be accurate. How can a Nomai arrive on Brittle Hollow before he or she ever stepped into the teleporter? The implications are absurd. Pi is confident the reading is inaccurate. She's kindly helping me attempt to recreate this phenomenon at the High Energy Lab. We're designing an experiment to take more data. The High Energy Lab, we noted, was in the Sunless City back on Ember Twin. So all of this construction, this conversation happened long, long after the two groups of Nomai crashed on their respective planets and managed to reconnect some years later. The High Energy Lab is in the canyon on Ember Twin's equator. Come here at once. You need to see this. Oh, there's explosions. Don't worry about that. Yeah, we're just breaking fundamental theories of the universe. Yeah, but if we grab this projection stone, because the projection stone, when put next to the Nomai wall, shows us the conversation about it. But if we grab the Ember Twin projection stone and throw it in here, it will actually project. This looks like a space on the surface of Ember Twin, near to the High Energy Lab. This is where they draw solar energy down into the High Energy Lab. I don't think I can actually hurt myself on these cactuses, because I'm not actually standing on Ember Twin. We're just projecting from there, right? So the cactuses aren't actually there. If I went and found this spot on Ember Twin, then yeah, I would hurt myself. I wonder if you can do that if you're projecting to this spot from Ember Twin, if you could just inadvertently cactus yourself. That'd be pretty funny. That sounds like something I would do. So yeah, mysteries abound. I kind of want to go back to my ship, because I've broken my legs. Oh, there's another structure over here. We should check this first. Our legs are only a little bit broken. Don't worry about it. We're fine. Jetpack is much, much more useful on this planet than it was back on Giants Deep. Has anyone discovered the phantom moon that sometimes greets us in the night sky? Your thoughts interest me. So Felix would have been one of the original Nomai that crashed on Brittle Hollow. And I kind of love how both groups of Nomai independently discovered the phantom moon and had their own pontifications about it. Really, really good world building there. I'm interested in your playful moon. Is it like its violent friend? Hollow's lantern is the volcanic moon. Is it up in the sky somewhere? It's belching forth fuel at us, no doubt. Imagine if there were two volcanic moons. I'd imagine there'd be none of us left. Hypothesis. There can exist too much lava. Strongly prefer to test the null hypothesis. I love that even just their conversational tone is very scientific. Gives the Nomai a lot of character. The phantom moon isn't volcanic. It leaves its friend for long nights at a time. The nights the moon circles this planet appear random. It seems to travel as it likes. Could it be a shift in the light spectrum? Suppose this moon is too shy to show us its face. Oh, a shy moon. Wow, that warp station stayed charged over there. Charged over there is the. It's also charming, I guess, in its way. It's not charming. 3 minutes of oxygen remaining. We need to get back to the ship then, and not break our legs on the planet. Good. Fortunately, none of the planets in this solar system are very large. So even though we kind of have to walk across the entire surface of this hemisphere of the planet, we're only about 130 meters away. That's not very welcoming. Volcanic moon. Yeah, here we go. Here's our ship. Yeah, I guess we're going to take another crack at the path under those ruins, I suppose. Yeah, fill up some health, fill up medkit. See if we can get down in there. Shoutouts to Eurixia for sponsoring this video. If you liked the video and you want to see more, please tickle my thumb, leave a friendly comment, and ring my little bell.